Technology and lifestyle are inseparable these days. What used to be a niche a few years ago has now become mainstream. For example, smartwatches that track us almost all our activities during the day, or TWS that we use majorly for calling these days. Of course, these kind of things lead us to more questions like which pair of earbuds to buy, or should you go for a fitness band or a smartwatch? To answer to all these questions, we are here with yet another episode of hashtag Let's Get Techie. These are our weekly videos, Q&A videos that we do on Fridays to help you. If you have got any question to ask us, just put it in the comment box, use the hashtag Let's Get Techie, and we'll take it in the next week's video. Hi, you're watching India Today Tech. I am Pavni Jain, and it's time to begin with your questions. So two people have asked me similar kind of questions. We'll take them one by one. The first one is from Teliki Harish, and he writes, suggest me, is it good to buy ColorFit Pro 3 smartwatch under rupees 3,000 and 999? See, the newly launched ColorFit Pro 3 smartwatch looks really impressive on paper. It has got good specs and features. It comes with 1.55-inch LCD display and has got 5 watch faces that can be customized. There is heart rate plus SpO2 sensor included in the smartwatch, and with a battery of up to 210 mAh, the company says that the watch can last up to 10 days. So basically, the smartwatch covers all the basic things that you require, that too at a price of rupees 4,000. But when you compare this particular smartwatch with other watches available in the market, for example, Amazfit Bip U, which is also priced at rupees 4,000, you might find Amazfit more appealing. And that is because of its 1.4-inch display plus 50 watch faces that can be customized. This watch, like the Amazfit one, is 4 grams lighter and can also dive up to 50 meters, which is a similar feature to ColorFit Pro watch. So yeah, that is the difference. Next question. Arijit writes, which is best, ColorFit Pro 3 or Amazfit GTS 2 Mini? The first difference between the two mentioned smartwatches is the price. The Amazfit GTS 2 Mini is originally priced at rupees 10,000, though it is currently available at rupees 7,000. But yes, the major difference is the price. Plus, I will always pick Amazfit GTS 2 Mini in front of ColorFit Pro 3, and that is because of its 1.55-inch AMOLED panel. It is also light in weight at around 19.5 grams. Plus, the different sensors included in the smartwatch like heart rate monitoring or sleep monitoring and more. So, out of these two, I would pick Amazfit GTS 2 Mini. RC is God, right? My question is, will OnePlus Cyberpunk Edition come to India? Oh, that is a gorgeous looking phone. Even the software on that smartphone looked so amazing. I particularly like the animations on the phone. But sadly, there is no word on the global availability of the smartphone. It was launched in China in November last year, and it's already been 3 months. So I think it was a China exclusive smartphone. In India, right now, we're just looking forward to OnePlus 9 series. Arun KR says, what is your suggestion on Poco M2 versus Redmi 9 Prime? Both the smartphones are available for rupees 9,000 and 999 on Amazon India. The Poco M2 released in September last year, whereas Redmi 9 Prime arrived in August 2020. Both the smartphones feature 13 megapixel quad camera setup at the back. The Redmi phone features slightly bigger battery, but I will recommend you to buy Poco M2 for its better configuration. With Poco M2, you can get 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. However, you can also grab the latest Poco M3 for the same price. And with Poco M3, you will get even better cameras, 48 megapixel, and even bigger battery, 6000 mAh. So maybe just have a look at Poco M3 as well. Mahua Das writes, can you please suggest me the best phone under 17,000? where 6GB RAM and 128GB ROM is minimum requirement. I record vlogs, so I need good set of cameras. I have done my research, confused between Realme 7, Realme Narzo 20 Pro, and Poco X2. Refresh rates don't bother me that much, please help me out. So as per your requirements, I would also ask you to consider buying Redmi Note 9 Pro Max at rupees 17,500. You will get 6GB of RAM plus 128GB of internal storage. This phone also comes with 64 megapixel quad camera setup at the back, which includes Samsung sensor, and a 32 megapixel front facing shooter for recording vlogs. In case if you still want to stick with your options, the ones you gave me, I would pick Realme 7, and that is because of its cameras. All the cameras on that smartphone include Sony sensors, which is actually quite good. Archana Bhattacharya writes, is the iPhone 11 worth buying in 2021? I will use it for around 2 to 2.5 years. iPhone 11 was launched in 2019 and it's been 18 months already. In another couple of months, we will also have iPhone 13 series. So if you really want to buy iPhone 11, this is probably the last window where it will still make sense. Just another couple of months and you should look to grab iPhone 12 for lesser price. Anyway, for iPhone 11, it's a pretty good smartphone with strong build and smooth performance. In fact, I shoot all these videos, the Q&A videos, using iPhone 11. So that was today's very last question. Now you guys know the drill. Like and share this video as much as you can. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel, India Today Tech. I'll see you guys in the next one.